What is going on, YouTube Nation? This is Stark Dividend. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit notification bell so you don't miss future videos. So I have three high yield dividend stocks that I've been targeting. First off, I want to say that these 2 weeks I'm not reinvesting my dividends, and I'm actually going to be throwing it into my IRA to max out. And then I'm going to build up a little bit for next year to max out my HSA. But anyways, there are three high yield dividend stocks that I'm going to be buying for 2026 and targeting. And these are high yielders. These have never failed me. These have been consistent. And I love the high yield passive income. And they're cheap. Unfortunately, you have to do some K1s on some of them. So that's one thing. I'll go over that too. So if you're new to this YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Smash that like button. Now let's check out these three dividend stocks right now. So there's two things. And first of all, you'll see the map in the bottom left-hand corner. I'll try to zoom that a little bit. MPLX owns and operates midstream energy infrastructure and logistics assets and provides fuels distribution services through two business segments, crude oil and products, logistics, and natural gas and NGL services. So I'm going to zoom in their map. Now look at how big they are with the way they distribute resources. This is the United States. This is huge. So that's one thing that's really nice. It's a big company. And if you look at the map, that's pretty nice. And if you look at Ohio right here, my state, and where it travels, it's pretty nice. So they're only going to get bigger. So that's one thing that I really like about them as a company. Next, there's a few other things. So here's their free cash flow in US billion dollars. So 4.9 right here, ending in September 30th, 2025. 2024, 4.89, 2023, 4.49, 2022, 4.3. Even more, MPLX has shown strong long-term free cash flow growth with an average annual rate of 41% over the past 10 years. Okay, yes, the growth rate was last year was negative 1%, but that was fantastic. Free cash flow is very important. And look at the dividend distribution as well. So starting in 2022, it was 71 cents to 78 cents. 2023, 85 cents. 2024 and 2025, 96 cents. Now it's at 108. So you have a high yield of 7.84%. Dividend growth in 5 years is 8.50%. The number of dividend increases in the last 5 years is 5. So again, you do have to pay K1s on that. And this is a quarterly distribution. Just be aware of that. Yes, I do own monthly distribution with a lot of ETFs and stocks and business development companies, but I need some quarterly ones as well. And this one I really love. Now I'm going to jump to the next one. And this is another high yielder that I absolutely love. It's a Canadian company called Enbridge, sitting at 46.67. And guess what? It's starting to crack in U.S. territory. I've seen their logo actually in Northeast Ohio. So they are starting to tap this area now. So let me go over Enbridge. There's a few things that they offer. Their goal is to be the first choice energy delivery company in North America and beyond for customers, communities, investors, regulators, and policymakers and employees. So we recognize the importance of a secure, reliable, and affordable supply of energy, which we deliver every day through their four core businesses: liquid pipelines, natural gas pipelines, gas utilities and storage, and renewable energy. So if you go on their website, all four of these, they explain those. I don't want to go in too much detail because you'll be like, all right, get to the point. So those are four things that they target. The other thing is, what's really nice is their distribution. And the other thing, before I even sum anything up, they move about 30% of the crude oil produced in North America. They transport nearly 20% of the natural gas consumed in the U.S., and they operate North America's largest natural gas utility by volume. So just be aware of that. Now let's get to the nitty and gritty, the distribution history, which is nice, and it's a high yielder. They've had a few bumps and bruises, but again, it's a high yield company. And when there's high yield, there's a little bit more risk. I would still put MPLX ahead of them, but look at their distribution history. 2022, 67 cents, 66 cents, 65, 66, 68, and then it just cracked 70 in 2026. The dividend growth in 5 years, 0.58%. Now, again, remember, free cash flow is important. Dividend yield is 5.64%. So if you bought one share, you made $269. I'd rank it number 2, to MPLX. I think MPLX is way better than Enbridge, to be honest with you. But again, I get the distribution from that. Now let's jump to the final dividend stock. Who can forget one of the best business development companies out there, and a cheap business development company out there with a 9.53% dividend yield, Ares Capital Corporation. Now, a business development company, their rules, 90% of what they make have to go back to investors. That's a rule of a business development company. That's a rule of a real estate investment trust. But sitting at 2014, this is a really good deal for me. This is one of the biggest ones that's a business development company. This has also done well when the recession happened. It still stood strong as a company. So that says something about Ares Capital Corporation. Look at that dip in 2009, 360, and it's still doing okay. And the other thing is it has good revenue trends, and it has a good dividend history, which I'll jump to. So here's something that's very consistent that I like. Their revenue trends. Ares Capital's revenue has grown and shown consistent growth over the past few years. 2021, 1.82 billion. 2022, 2.96 billion. 2023, 2.614 billion. And 2024, 2.99 billion. That's their revenue from a business development company. That is quite impressive. Now let's jump to their dividend history. Some pretty decent dividend growth. It took a little bit of a hit because it's a business development company, but it's still doing pretty well. So 2021, it had a quarterly distribution of 40 cents, and right here to 41 cents. Then in 2022, at 45 cents, 46 cents. Then in 2022, 51 cents, and then it was stagnant at 48 cents right now. But still, that's a good distribution. Now, again, you're going to see a high payout ratio. 90% of what they make go back to investors, but it has a 9.53% dividend yield. So these three I'm going to be buying. These three I really love for passive income. These three I'm going to be very aggressive with in 2026. So if you're new to this YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so don't miss future videos. I'm going to try to squeeze in a video tomorrow. Might be a shorts. So, I can't make any promises. I was very slammed at work yesterday. I couldn't really jump to a video. You guys take care and have a good one. I'm going to jump to my disclaimer. So as a reminder, this is a disclaimer. Do not use my YouTube channel for any form of financial advice. It's strictly for entertainment purposes only. Investing is a big risk. You can gain money, you can lose money, so be aware and do your due diligence. Go to a financial advisor for financial advice. Go to a tax advisor for tax advice. You shouldn't be buying things because I buy things. I'm just going to be very clear with that. And again, my videos, one more time, are for entertainment purposes only. Please don't buy things because I buy things. I'm just showing you my passive income journey and things that I've been buying. And I defend my, how do I want to say it? I'm defending my decision on buying them. Take care and have a good one in providing rationales. Take care.